God bless. My name is Joseph Trujillo. I'm from Mendota, Illinois. I am a blessed person. This program has changed my life. I was pretty much raised in church. I got in church at the age of 8 years old. The reason we're in church is because a miracle happened in my mom's life. She's here actually. I was a van kid, and my sister at 5 years old had the faith and asked the church to pray over a healing cloth. And she went home, laid it on my mother, and my mom was healed. And that's why I'm in church. But at the age of 15, I got called to preach, went to Bible college, and doing everything I felt like God wanted me to do. Came home, youth pastored for about 2 years. God was blessing the youth group that he put in my hands tremendously. Um, it got to the point, though, where it was all about me instead of about God. And I grew an arrogance about me. I left the church that I was youth pastor in because I felt like it was a better position to go somewhere else. And I backslid. I hit bottom at that point, spiritually. And I walked away from God, got divorced, got hooked on drugs, alcohol, anything you can think of, I did it. But I still had a praying family that was praying for me. I remember one point when I was in the state of Indiana, my sister called me and she said, "Joey, you know what today is?" And I said, "No, sis, I don't." And she said, "It's Mom's birthday. Will you please call her?" So I called my mom and I was talking to her and I sat and I said, "Mom, I'm doing things that I thought and I would never do in a million years. Stuff I was experiencing, things I was interacting with. I just didn't think that I would be that guy." And I got to the point where I was that guy. And just different stuff. People were praying for me. About a year, next month it'll be a year I've been here. And there was a point to where I finally hit rock bottom. My family got to the point where they said, "We're done, Joey. We can't do this no more. We're not going to help you. We're not going to support you. We're not going to do anything for you." And they finally gave me a bottom to hit because you know what? You can't hit rock bottom until somebody gives you a bottom to hit. So you're just going to keep going and going until somebody finally says, "We're done. We can't do this no more. We're fed up with it. You're on your own." And I remember I lost everything, my family, my home, my kids, everything, my job. And I was at my parents' house and I was in their spare bedroom and I was sitting there and I said, "God, if you still love me, if there's still hope for me, help me. I'm done. Help me." And it got to the point to where I was bawling. I was crying. I was pleading, "God, please help me." Remember getting up and we were going to go to a rehab center in Bloomington. We had the plans. We gassed the car up. We were going to go to Bloomington. I was going to sit in line for about, I don't know, a couple hours and try to get in this program. But just so happened, my brother Adam called that night, and my mom was crying, and she told him, she said, "What's going on, Mom?" And my mom said, "It's Joey. You know, he's lost everything. He's at his wits' ends." And he said, "Well, hold on a minute. Let me make plan. You know, let me make a few phone calls." He said, "Because I know of a man named Les Cotton that went through a program that completely changed his life." So my brother got a hold of Brother Brown. I made a phone call that Wednesday, and I was standing in the front of Apostolic Life that Friday. And I'm telling you guys, I have never looked back. God has blessed me and program, changed my life. When I first got here, my kids, when I first got here, my kids weren't even in the picture. I mean, I knew where they were at, but they weren't. It was hopeless. And I'm telling you right now, about 2 months ago, Pastor got off the platform, and he said, "Joey, do you believe you're going to get your kids?" And I said, "Pastor, I do." I said, "Brother Pastor Rogers, I believe." He said, let's pray right now. We started praying. That same day, RJ and Taj was at church. And RJ said, Joe, you want to hear something? And I said, what's that? He said, your sister just went to the county jail, and Autumn signed off all rights of your kids to you. So what that means is that my kids are with my sister right now, and when I get out of program, they're going to be in Urbana, Illinois, listening to Sunday school teachers and Apostolic Life. That's amazing. That's awesome. That's a testimony. And I want to thank Lifeline. I want to thank Apostolic Life. My beautiful children are over in Super Church right now. You know, we're not victims. We're survivors. And I am so glad for Lifeline.